Hello everybody, Jeffrey Rakesh here, and today I present to you how do you build a success mindset for the new world post-pandemic. Friends, we've all heard this many a times where people are saying getting back to the new normal, getting back to the new normal. Whereas it is of emphasis that we are not getting back to the new normal, where physically everything might be the same, but as we step into this new world, people are getting into this with a new mindset. And we need to strengthen that mindset. What is that mindset we need? What are the qualities? What are the things that we need to pick up to get into that mindset is what I'm going to touch upon in this video. Friends, it is also of emphasis to see, just if you reflect back what happened during the pandemic, it's not been the same for everybody, right? A lot of people have either been mentally very disturbed, people have gone through very tough times by losing either friends, families or relatives. There are people who have broken down at a very large scale, either financially, emotionally, spiritually. A lot of people have lost their jobs. There has been a financial crunch. We've even seen the worst side of it, where many people have struggled to even get 2 meals a day. That has been the worst side of it that we've seen. The good part of it is a lot of people came together to support people. A lot of people came together, joined hands. We've seen so much contribution and sacrifices that people made for the betterment of humankind. And that's a beautiful thing that I would say I have picked up during the pandemic as a learning. So without taking too much of your time, let me quickly jump into what are those 5 things I'm going to touch upon today to build a success mindset for the new world emerging. The first one we talk about is focus. Friends, focus is like a laser beam. It should be clear, sharp. Right? A laser beam can strike through anything, cut across a thick iron wall also, provided it is focused at one point and you start moving. You have seen this example or heard about this example of a missile. Earlier days, the missile technology, you just shoot a missile towards a target. If the target is missed, the missile goes a waste. Whereas in today's world, the missile has the technology of going and hitting a moving target. You set a target, even if it is an aeroplane, the missile will go in search of the aeroplane, follow it wherever it is going, and boom, hit it. Why am I giving this example? This is because our brains are so powerful. As long as we focus on what we need, I repeat myself, we need to focus on what we need. Whatever area of your life it is, whatever career or whatever area you are you into a job, are you a businessman, are you a homemaker, are you a student, doesn't matter which part of your life you are in right now, what phase of your life you are in right now, this video is going to help everybody. So the first thing we need to be crystal clear about is have a razor sharp focus. By having focus and setting that goal, we are helping our brain move in that direction of our goal and start taking action. That's what I talk about, the 3 things here. First thing is, what do you really need? What is it that you really need? Be crystal clear about it, and then pick up a role model. Any area that we want to excel in, there possibly are a lot of people who've already grown up that ladder, who already are successful. What we need to do is pick up the traits from them, pick up what are the things that we have done, start implementing it in our lives and slowly start bettering it. So raise our standards. By doing what we've done earlier, we will not be able to reach newer heights. So in order to reach newer heights, we need to ensure that we are raising our standards, putting in a lot of effort in that direction, and that's what I talk about in plan and action. Put a very clear plan about how we are going to get there. What is it that we are going to achieve in the next 1 week, 4 weeks, 10 weeks, 12 weeks, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, and so on and so forth. Put that plan and take massive action in that direction. So the first one is focus, and the second one we are going to talk about is accept and forgive. Friends, in the journey of our life, there could be a lot of things that has hurt us emotionally, that could be holding us back. For example, a good friend betrayed you, you had breakup, you had some issues in your love life, somebody deceived you. These are the kind of words which we generally keep using when somebody has taken us for a ride. Now what we do, most cases, most of us are always stuck into it. This person did this to me, I will ensure that, whether you wish good or bad for that person, but if that thought is continuously there, that there was a friend of yours, there was a soulmate which you possibly thought at one point of time who's played around with you, whatever it could be. It could even be your siblings, it could even be your relatives, it could be your parents, your kids, whoever. They might have possibly given you some emotional pain. Now, the only thing that you can do is to get liberated out of that pain. And in order to get liberated out of that pain, what you need to do is forgive that person. The first thing is accept. Okay, this happened into my life. The moment you accept it, you will be, it's a lot more easier for you to forgive. So forgive that person and move on. I'm not saying this because it's a favor to the person, it's a favor to us ourselves that we are going to do. How so? When you are emotionally attached to a person and when you are still in that feelings, it is holding you back. There is a lot of negative energy that is piling up. Imagine there is a pipe through which water has to flow, right? And you are actually pushing in negative energy, whereas the water has to come in from that side, which is pure water for you, and that is positivity into your life. When you are feeding and radiating so much of negativity or so much of pain, you block every possibility of the positivity coming into your life. So my dear friends, it's my sincere request, please accept the incident that it happened, forgive the person. There is no point in holding a grudge or a revenge against him or her, whoever that person may be. Like, there's a beautiful saying which my guru Tony Robbins always keeps saying: what you resist persists and what you accept transforms. So the more and more you are resisting towards something in life, towards a behavior or towards a person, that will always continue to be there. But the moment you accept it, you're going to transform. So friends, this is a time for all of us to transform our lives. So the second point that I wanted to bring about today is to accept and forgive. The third one is about affirmations. We've heard a lot about affirmations. Now, what does it comprise of? Look at the things. Pay attention to your inner voice, pay attention to your self-talk, pay attention to the quality of words that is coming out of your mouth. Are you always talking about, oh, this is not for me, I cannot do this, I don't know why these things happen only to me, I'm not so very good at this? If there is an iota of doubt within yourself about you, there is no way you're going to hit your goal. So whatever you do, start putting in these things into a positive terminology, saying, you know, if I don't know this, I will learn how to do this. I will get there. If this person has achieved this, even I can do it. Because God made us all the same. There was nothing superior, inferior when we all came into the ground, right? It's all things that around the society has made someone superior, made someone inferior, made somebody rich, made somebody poor, discriminations and so on and so forth. However, we are all almost at an equal playing ground today. So it is very important that we start changing this mindset and start talking absolutely in positive terms to ourselves. Hey, today I'm feeling great. Today I'm feeling good. This is meant for me. I'm going to hit my goals today. You put down your everyday goals, start crushing those goals and see how your brain starts loving how you are accepting these things and how you are transforming these things. So it's very important that we start paying attention to what we are talking about. It could be even areas of your health. I've seen people who always talk about health. Oh, today I have this pain, that pain, that pain, this pain, and they hold themselves back from going ahead and doing something new in life, something remarkable and achievable in life. So as long as that is what is driving you, you are again held back. So start changing the language, because there is a beautiful entire chemistry that goes on in your body. The amount of chemicals that are being released in your brain cells, whatever is going to push you to go hit your goals, is all based on the way you talk to yourself. I'm sure there are a lot of people who've already spoken about it, and I'm going to go deep into it. While I say this, friends, if you've not hit the subscribe button, do hit the subscribe button right away. Because there is a beautiful Mission 100 that I've spoken about, which is for the happiness of our country. And I'll put that link in the description below. Make sure, if you haven't seen that video, please make sure you go and see that video today. That's a transformational video for our entire country, and we need a lot of people coming together and joining their hands. With that, what is the fourth point I want to talk about? Feed your mind. What is it when I say feed your mind? What are the rituals that we do in our daily life? Is it, if you see, the first point I talk about is a reading ritual, which means we all need to cultivate a habit of reading every day. Read at least 30 minutes a day. When I say read 30 minutes a day, it's not about reading things that is coming on our WhatsApp forwards. It is picking a book and reading. Whatever you put as a focus area of your life, pick up something on those lines, so you're every day becoming better and better and better in terms of your knowledge. That's the basic necessity. I wouldn't say it's an option, it's a basic necessity, and we need to feed this every day into our mind by having a reading ritual. The next thing I want to talk about is stay away from negative media. What we see is whenever we turn on the news every day, we are We are seeing so much of news that is actually taking our attention span away, even if it is for that 30 minutes, and then putting us into a different tangent of thought, which is not where we need to be. What we need to be is focus on what we need. So why I say stay away from negative media. Media is good. We need to understand what is happening around the world, but also understand media is also a business house. Businesses always need profit. They are not NGOs, and these businesses want profit. How do they get profit? By getting more of our attention span, by getting more of viewers, by creating emotions and sentiments about all the negativity that is happening around. A lot of things. There are a few good things, so just keep your media time limited. Look at what is the important things and move on, because you have a larger focus. Look at what your daily rituals are. When I say daily rituals, it's important about what are the things that I'm doing every day in my life that is adding value to reach my goal. So put a daily journal, look at the things that you've done. Whatever doesn't really make an impact or doesn't really help you progress, then that is something you should not even be considering in your life. If you see that you're spending too much time on something that is not actually progressing you in your direction of your goal, that is something we need to get rid of. And the fifth one is contribution. A very, very important thing. Like I said during the beginning of this video, we've seen a lot of people coming together, joining hands together to help the needy. It could be in terms of arranging hospital beds, getting vaccinations for people, arranging for oxygen cylinders, injections, medicines, food for somebody. It could be in any way. I've seen people go out and help people there. A lot of people have done it on a very large scale. A few people have done it in a very small scale, and few who were not able to do it have at least wished good. Let's look at only the good things in life, right? And thereby, if you build that sense of contribution, that you are able to give more to the society, you are able to serve more to the society, build that strength of purpose. Whatever purpose you have in life, whatever goal you have in life, if you are driven by that purpose, you just have to strengthen that purpose and say, this is my life, this is the meaning of my life, and this is what I'm going to achieve. The moment you add these 5 elements as a daily ritual to your daily routine, look at it, my friends, things are going to change. The beautiful thing is we are here together at this point of time where all of us have seen tough times together. And right now we are emerging into a new world, and that new world is going to be fantastic, provided we decide that we are going to make it fantastic and awesome for us as well as the surroundings. And in that view, I want to repeat again, there is a Mission 100 video which I have put up in the comment section below, in the description below. Make sure you do visit that, because it's very, very, very important that we also take people along with us and build a happier India. You may follow me on my social media channels. Here's my Facebook, here's my Twitter, YouTube, my email and website is also there. So let us all join hands together, create a beautiful success mindset, build a wonderful society, and eventually it's our birthright to be happy. All of us deserve to be happy. So let's all go get there, ensure we are happy, our family members are happy, our neighborhood is happy, eventually make our country happy. Thank you so much for your time, and I wish you loads of success in this new world emerging.